Hey guys, Mr. Surplus Nut with this third part to this video on maintaining a Benchrest rifle, and I added up a couple of things to my arsenal which you can't leave behind sometimes. Q-tips. Okay, so now we're at the point where we're gonna go ahead and start cleaning this bolt, polishing the bolt, I'm sorry. So I'm gonna get the bolt on my hand. Remember, always the hand where you have your sock. Anything you polish, you wanna, once you're gonna do the finishing part of it, you don't wanna put your hands on it, bare hands. So I'm just getting an old Fruit of the Loops shirt, 100% cotton, and I'm just gonna grab it real big like this and just start doing the polishing on it. Okay, so you can see, look at all the stuff that came out of that bolt. See that spot there? Right there? All that there? That's just from the end of the bolt here. Okay? Look at this. That's all from the bolt. All that there. Okay? I'm going to show you when we're done how this rag ends up once you finish doing the polishing. And it's just a matter of getting your fingers and working them back and forward, and you see how it starts getting really nice and lustrous. I get these little Q-tips and just clean the holes out. Okay, like I'll wet it a little bit, and put a little bit in there, very lightly. Get some of this stuff on it. Okay, like that. You want to go ahead and try to get the most you can with your rag. And this thing, man, comes out really shiny. And that's just the bolt. I mean, believe it or not, even if I don't shoot this rifle, I don't only do this when I go to the range. If I don't go to the range for a couple weeks, I make sure like every other week I take this gun out and I do this to it. Because you know what? I don't want to have to go and give it back to my buddy if it gets a little dull, for him to do a polishing job, And most likely he's going to tell me, because he told me that when I picked it up. He goes, why did you let it get dull, Why didn't you stay on it? And that's the, that's the truth there. Okay, so if you're not gonna care and just throw it around, maybe you guys that are watching this have a stainless steel gun. It doesn't have to be a Benchrest, but you might have a stainless steel Remington, all right, like a Remington 700 with the stainless steel barrel or action, and you want to get it polished. You can get it like this, mirror shine. A lot of people see this and they think that this gun is actually chromed. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and work on the flutes. What I do is I get my fingers and I try to run it in there. Okay, and this bolt is starting to come out now. Extremely nice. Okay, just turn it around and make sure all the flutes, you got no cream in there. You don't want to slide this bolt back into your action and have these flutes full of creams and stuff. You want to make sure it's all clean. So the sock on your hand helps a lot. Look how dark that's gotten. You see all that there? That's all from the bolt. All these black spots, believe it or not. Could be carbon from when it got fired, even though I cleaned it, with a rag. But that stuff gets in the metal, and you have to be on top of it. Look at this. That's all right there. Just getting the bolt and going back and forward. This cream builds a haze on it, and the more you rub it with your bare fingers, and the more hazier it gets, the more it's working, the more that it's polishing the actual metal. Okay, so this is good to work it with a sock on your hand, because you can grab the bolt without any problems of after it's been, you know, cleaned and polished, you're gonna be putting oil, you know, your hands builds oil, you know, and you don't want to build that stuff and get it all over the bolt once it's clean, because it'll be like a, you know, anything that's chrome or highly polished, you put your fingers on it, you're gonna leave your fingerprints, you know. That's why criminals don't use like chrome guns to go rob a bank and stuff like that, because if they drop it, they get caught. The cops will come and they'll be able to lift prints off of it, believe it or not. Okay, so now this thing is completely polished. Let me get the completely brand new Q-tip and go inside the openings of the bolt. Want to go in there and clean that out. And I'll actually, this is actually polishing. Look how black that tip came out. Okay, it's polishing the actual holes inside this here we go. Get it really good in there. Check this out. See that? Okay, now even inside those holes, okay, look how shiny this bolt looks. Okay, look at all the flutes. Now this bolt is completely polished, taken care of, and that's what you do. Look at that. Use this. Once I clean it really good, I try to just, you know, not to hold it with bare hands. Even when I put the rifle back, I make sure that, you know, I don't touch the part that's been cleaned and polished. If you do this to this rifle, you will not have to repolish it. Okay? I mean, God knows how long it'll be before you even try to. Okay, look how clean that came out. Very nice. Very nice bolt. Okay? It's a Remington 700 bolt, but made by another company. It's not the original bolt. Okay, nice and clean. Now we're gonna go ahead. Okay, I'm still gonna leave my sock on, and we're gonna go ahead and apply this cream over here on the barrel. So I'm gonna move this camera a little bit so you guys can see how I start. I just kind of like put dots on it like this, you know, kind of like, and just put it on there. A little bit goes a long way. You don't have to really put a whole lot, because then it'll be harder for you guys to take it out, you know, to polish it off, buff it off. And you want to go ahead, go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you guys can see even in circles, as you know, like when you put wax in your car, and you can see how it'll start buffing the area. Okay, so you can use your wheel, your finger, tip of your finger as a little buffing wheel. Okay, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and put some more. Probably gonna need more down here. Want to make sure you get it everywhere. You want to get it everywhere on this rifle. On the bottom, especially in the bottom that you can't really see it too good from there. Just kind of use your finger like this on a curb, and you know you're gonna get that stuff underneath there. Just go back and forth. Here we're gonna put a little bit on this side. A little bit too much there. Okay, and just again, just apply it everywhere. Okay, work it in there. Make sure you got it in there. Give it the buff with your finger on the side. Now look how my finger's turning gray. You see that? That's because of the buffing job, all those little swirl marks and all that stuff will come off. It'll have a nice luster. Okay, we'll go ahead and adjust the camera here to go a little further back in the rifle. Again, I dab it a little bit. If this rifle ever gets dull on me, I will even pay whatever it is to get it rebuffed, because that's what brings a rifle alive. You know, having your stainless steel polished to a mirror shine finish. Okay, that's what you want to do. You want to get it over here, all in here. It will come really shiny. Everything, you want to get your finger and work it in there. And like I'm saying, you'll notice how it starts building like that haze on it. And that tells you that, you know, the cream is doing its job. Okay, you want to do all the way to the back. You want to do your receiver part all the way to the back. Or everything that's stainless, you want to get this stuff on it. And if you get a little bit on the wood, don't worry about it, because once you start buffing it off, it will, you know, it's not going to hurt the wood. You might even polish it too, you know, so I don't know. I've never had a problem with it, you know, getting this stuff on it. And messing up the wood or the shine or whatever. No, it's never had a problem like that. So this is very important that you get this stuff everywhere here. On the receiver. This stuff, it's like it's called blue magic. This thing does its magic, man. It works really good. Okay, so basically right now I have this stuff everywhere. If you get a little bit on the ring bases, you don't have to worry about it too, because I mean, when you buff it all out, the bottom of the scope, you might rub a little bit on it. Don't worry about it. So right now I just want to show you guys up close. Okay, I want to show you guys up close that haze that's built into that gun. Okay, you can see that haze it doesn't look that shiny now. Okay, see that? Because it's got that blue magic polishing paste all over it. Even on the receiver in the back. See all that there, how I put it all in there? I mean, you can see it really good. See it in there? All that there. Okay, all the way in the back. Okay? And it's all in there. Underneath the scope, you can see that little line of paste. All that comes out. You don't have to worry about it. And right now, you're going to see the difference from the hazy look to a polishing look when we come back to this. Alright, so this is the gun right here. It's got the blue magic cream on it. Alright, and we're going to come back and check out the end result on this rifle.